Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction. Lance with Destin Bree here for episode 12 in the second season of Call of the Night. This is also the season finale. No word as of yet on a season 3, but we hope we get that sooner than we did last time. If not, I will be going to read the manga because I do love the story. I love this romance a lot, and it's definitely going to be a top 10 romance for me. Regardless if you want to call
Mhm.
this a pure romance or not, I don't care. Anyway, let's dive in to see what we get for the season finale here. I like the music. Damn, you know you're drunk where you're just like that's like sleeping position.
Mhm.
Need to turn it down a
She's
little bit.
spinning.
Everything is spinning. Oh no.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine. Mm.
Yeah.
Or?
Fair enough.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No, exactly.
I just can't loan him out like that.
Loan him out.
Oh, cuddling. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Not money.
Damn.
Parkouring out the
Oh.
room. How much was that? Holy shit. Let's see.
Damn.
If that's 10,000 yen bills,
30 at least, right?
30,000? Yeah, at least.
like 200 to. I'm looking up right now. I'm just really curious how much Ko was
That's
worth
a good
to her.
chunk.
That is a good chunk. Let's see, 30,000 yen. About $200-ish dollars. If we don't have any other bills besides the 10,000.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me the F
For,
up.
look, I would say for cuddling, you know, they're worse.
I will be anybody's
Yeah.
body pillow for $200.
Yeah.
So
like,
we're officially launching the Nana Cafe cuddling service. Let us know down below if you're interested.
that's hilarious.
Traveling expenses may apply.
So much water.
Whoosh.
So much water.
Hmm.
Go play your. Okay, why I'm in this situation? Because you got whored out. You
Yeah.
got pimped out, I should
Mhm.
say. Sometimes some people need that. Let's see. Once upon a time.
I thought he was going to mention the weather. That was 10 times worse.
Hmm.
That's me, by the way. Okay, his own story. Got it. That's actually a good idea. Sure, it
For a
can be.
second, I was just like, Lance, cut it out. Stop skipping the anime.
Yeah.
Made you go moi moi gyun. Hey, creepy nuts.
Hey.
Damn. That's such a good moment.
Yeah, it's almost like a vampire is a person, basically.
What are you talking about, Lance? They're not human, therefore they're not a person.
Oh.
That's the fucking truth.
Yep.
The difference, though, really to be an adult and a kid is like your mistakes are usually bigger as an adult than as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oops.
Well, it's cuddling
Hmm?
service, so just using the service she paid for.
I was going to say, she did, ante up $200.
Like you're one to talk. The man's arm's gonna fall asleep so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Fair. I mean, it's fair. She brought up a point. Review would be really bad. Yeah. This is why you had the mental trauma, like, help thing at the beginning of the episode. That's exactly why you had the mental help stuff at the beginning of the
Exactly.
episode.
Damn.
Yeah.
And being drunk, she's letting it all out. There you go, Ko. There you go.
Mm.
A little awkward, but you're trying.
He's trying. Give him that.
Just a pat on the back, though. Oh, she had a point there.
Yeah.
She can still be a detective for vampire cases, though.
I mean, in a way, I agree with her. Everything that had to do with her dad, I feel like eventually it would have ended bad in one way or another.
It just accelerated. Yes, all of you.
Now she could just be a regular detective.
Well, she can be, like I said, vampire detective. She doesn't have to kill the vampires.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be a vindictive one. She could just be a regular one and be like, just investigate.
But Naz is right. All three of them do think of it like that. Yeah, that would be a way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She'll never be over it. At least not yet.
No.
Nope, that's a bar. Just be her friend, bruh.
Check in on her.
Oh.
Why did you vibrate?
Ball of energy.
Oh.
Sure. Okay, my dude.
I completely forgot about this man.
All of it. I mean, he's out of his place, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Midori being here makes sense. This is a persona, we got to talk to all our friends one last time moment.
Yeah. Yup. I was
Oh
like,
my-
he's not gonna answer that.
Well, she would know.
I was gonna say be an extrovert. That's the start.
I'm an extrovert, and I don't think I could do a job like this.
I know you're not okay with it. Your man got sit in the trash.
Your man
Mhm.
got shanked 15 times in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassed twice. Cheers. He isn't. He's not a people person.
No.
Sure does.
You don't have to worry about that. See, you're only going to hype him up more.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
Damn,
okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's like, I'm the head of this household.
Mhm.
Yeah, I come to find out, yeah, she had been keeping an eye on her. Well, basically, I'm your caretaker because your mom made me.
Right.
What are you, my mom? Yeah, kinda.
Mm-mm. Oops.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm,
Now you're a whole bunch of drunk aunts.
for real.
Rude conversation.
Mm.
Damn.
Oh, god damn.
No thanks.
Hey. You'll bawl your eyes out. He's like, it's that sad?
We barely had any alcohol. Can I just start with that?
That's the big question, right? We kind of have an idea who it is,
We know who
though.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want her to think the 10 years she spent were all for nothing. W. We leaving, baby. Let's take a chapter. Not in front of y'all, assholes. That look.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Mm?
She just hit you with the maturity.
Damn.
Right?
That teases too much. Yeah, they're all shocked about that from her.
Yeah, they're not used to that from her.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she feels kind of bad about it. Away.
Away.
I love the way he just clings to her every time.
Yeah, they recognize the growth. That's what love does to somebody.
Mm.
So you got to charge that battery and then go out and then charge that
Yeah.
battery again. Yeah. Nice to take away. Yeah. That could be a great takeaway.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Oh shit.
and thus it ends.
Damn. A confession and then a death.
It's my bad.
Oh.
The way she can just toss him around.
The first time I see you blush. Mm. Oh.
Mm?
Got him. Oh. Oh shit. The original.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a throwback.
Wow.
Saturday night. God, that was a good song, man.
Okay.
Da, da, da. Unfortunately, got to mute it. Fantastic last episode. I do believe though, just like season 1, most of that was anime original.
Mhm.
Because it felt like it didn't do anything besides just reestablish the relationship, show how much they've grown, kind of recap all the people they've met. Like I said, I call it the persona saying goodbye to all your friends thing at
Mhm.
the end of the game. Just because
Mhm.
that's what you do. That's a shot. That's a shot. But so it felt very much like it did in the first season, where if you don't have another season, it ends in a way where you're like, I'm satisfied enough, at least in my opinion, you're satisfied enough
Mhm.
to where you might not get the third season. Or if you want to catch it, you can catch the manga. I hope it gets a third season because the two major plot points that never got resolved are what the hell's happened to Ko and who's the one that turned the detective's father, even though it's pretty
Mhm.
obvious who detective's father, the girl
Yeah.
that is with his friend. So, and that'll all
Yeah.
be an arc on itself. So, that's a cool shot though. Shout out to Creepy Nuts once again. This once again, just like first season, this season's OST is a banger, 100%. Um, and yeah, they've had this out there so much, and understandably why. You know, the detective
Yeah.
had a crazy traumatic past with her father and 10 years of her just revenge and everything like that. So yeah, it's definitely a thing for people who have those thoughts, but also if you just need mental help, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. And I'll keep saying every single
Mm.
time this does happen because it's a real thing that people should be doing if they do need that help. But um yeah, overall, I think it was like an anime originally style, like season one. It just felt like that to me. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know, but it feels like that. So I could be wrong. If you read the manga, you can let me know down below. Um, but damn, man, I love this show and these characters a lot. Nazuna and Ko are a great couple, even though they're technically not together
Yeah.
yet. They're a great couple. Um, overall, the season I think was just as good as season one. Um, a little more flashy in some things. We had a little more like fights, so to speak, with the
Mhm.
detective. Very
Mhm.
mystery stuff with the detective, which was great. Um, finding about Nazuna's past was fantastic. Getting to see some actual like relationship development with Ko and Nazuna kissing multiple times. And I
Yeah.
think the biggest W for this season, honestly, is Ko. Man, Ko
Oh
is a
yeah.
great protagonist. His growth from season one has been fantastic to see. It's up there, man. Just because like he used his head. He figured out in the end what the detective was trying to do, stopped that. Now he's like, we got to figure this out. I don't want to leave the detective alone. She needs basically a friend. She needs a support system. We should do that for her. Basically, a kid in season one who basically was pretty much apathetic about life and everything.
Mhm.
Basically, has
Yeah.
and even said it there when he was like, "Oh shit, I kind of." His perspective is like, I kind of enjoy these nights a little bit. Do I want this to go away? And in his head, no. And just like Nazuna
Mhm.
said, it's good to do this every now and then, but we want our own private time.
Yeah.
Even me as somebody who's super extroverted, I can't do it every night. It gets to be a lot for somebody.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
social batteries and all that. But yeah, I would never want the night to be completely quiet all the time either. But yeah, Ko, I think, is the biggest W in the season for me, just because, like I said, I love him as a main character. His growth, his thought process, everything's been fantastic, and I'm excited to see where he goes from here. Obviously, physically, he'll be thing, but I don't know if he's still going to turn or not because he technically isn't a full vampire yet. He's not a fully
Yeah.
realized
Yeah.
vampire. He's like a Charizard who's not a
Yeah.
fully realized dragon. Um,
Yep.
Venn diagram. These two are the similar. Um, but yeah, I just a fantastic season, and I think I would definitely put this in a top 10 best romances in my opinion. Um, I don't know, but top 5 would be hard. It'd be pushing around that 5, I think, but I don't need to think about it yet. It's not over, right? But once again, we've had some really good romances and stuff. But what are y'all final thoughts on the season as a whole?
I liked it. I think I like this one better than season 2 just
Season
because
1?
there were more fights. Or yeah, season 1. Yeah, my bad. Um, just because there were more action and like lore on vampires as a whole. Like
We did get some lore on
because
vampires, yeah.
That's
yeah,
fair.
because like before it was just like, okay, vampires, but I was like, well, what kind of vampires? Like we got
Yeah.
into it a
No.
little bit, but I'm like, there are so
Yeah.
many different types of vampires. I need to know what's going on.
And I will and on
Yeah.
that point, I will give them credit because it feels like it's a unique take on a vampires,
Oh
right?
yeah.
They're pretty much the same as a human, just a little extra better. They have the same weaknesses a
Hmm.
human would do.
Yeah.
Sandling
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily hurt them. So
Yeah.
it's a bit different. And to have them change somebody only if they're in love with you is a unique take.
Yeah. I
At
had
least
never
I
heard that
haven't
before in
seen
my
it.
life.
I mean,
It's-
I've seen other takes where yeah, where it's like sex will do it, but sex is different. It's like it's weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it just depends on the vampire story. But Brie, what are your thoughts?
I mean, same. I don't think this was necessarily better than season one, but it was definitely up there with it. I think what really got me too, on top of building not just a lore and their connection, the side characters, how they came
Yeah.
in this season,
Yep.
how they played into everything. I liked it because I felt like we got more of a connection to them
Yeah.
and we got to learn more about them without completely diverting stories at one point or anything like that, which was really nice.
Yeah,
And
because they
that's something
use
the show does really well.
they use the detective plot line to get us more
Yeah.
involved in these people's lives, which was a brilliant move. And like I
Yeah.
said, the
Mhm.
last major thing is on like we took care of the vampire side. It's the human side now with his friend and his vampire chick who
Yeah.
turned the dad, who we know is kind of has a weird ass kink. for that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so
Yeah.
that's got to be a plot point. And of course, the Vampire Kyo stuff, what's happening with that. But I do hope we get that third season announced soon. I really hope so. We might not because it took a while and it just depends. It just depends. But I
Mhm.
will be
Yeah.
buying Blu-ray, which is the highest honor I will give to any show is buying it, physical media. But yeah, let us know your final thoughts on this episode down below, the season as a whole, and all that good stuff. And we will talk to you soon for another show and maybe in another season. Bye.
Bye.